Shalom. I want to give all praises, honor, glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, by Hashem, Kwadash. All right. Now my honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone, teaching me well. Peace and blessings to the whole elect that scattered abroad. I say to you, Shalom. All right. Title of this is the Lord can jack you up, man. But that don't mean it's the end. All right. So when let the scriptures do the talking, this is Sirach 2:1-5. My son, if thou come serve the Lord, prepare thy soul from temptation. All right. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble. You know, you go through, and I said this in the recent vid I did, but you gotta constantly endure through all the hardships, man. You know, the Lord's gonna put a lot of obstacles in your way, you know, and you can't, quit, man. You can't give up. You gotta constantly endure and take it cheerfully. All right. Verse 3, cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate. All right. So whatever is brought upon you, man, take it cheerfully. Like whatever you go through, you know what I mean? You gotta take that shit cheerfully. You know what I mean? You're not going through shit for nothing, man. We're not. You know what I mean? Just be patient and move forward, man. All right? Don't give up. Verse 5, for gold is tried in the fire and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity, man. All right? So we're going to go through hell, man. You know, but it's oh, shoot. It's up to us. It's up to us to get through it, man. You know? Moving on. Job 5:17-18. Behold, happy is the man whom God correcteth. Therefore despise not thou the chastening of the Almighty. All right. So the Lord the Lord will jack you up a little bit, but don't despise, man. All right. That's like you being your kids. You gotta get them in order, and just so they could do right. You know what I mean? Verse 18, for he maketh sore and bindeth up. He woundeth and his hands make whole. All right, you see? For he maketh sore and bindeth up. He woundeth and his hands make whole. You know what I mean? Moving on. Salakia. This is 2 Corinthians 12:8-10. For this thing I besought the Lord thrice, that it might depart from me. And he said unto me, my grace is sufficient for thee, for my strength is made perfect in weakness. Most gladly, therefore, will I rather glory in my infirmities, that the power of Amashak may rest upon me. Therefore, I take pleasure in infirmities and reproach, in the necessities and persecutions and the distresses, for Yahushai's sake. For when I am weak, then I am strong. You know what I mean? So, like I said, man, go through these things, and, you got to get through it. You got to get through it, man. All right. He said, my grace is sufficient for thee, for my strength is made perfect in weakness. All right. That's heavy, man. You know what I mean? And a lot of times, man, we, and we in this flesh too, man. Like, this flesh is weak as hell, man. It's weak. You know what I mean? And You know, we gotta constantly. That's why it's so important for us to pray and fast, man. You know, it's very important, man. This is Hebrews 12 and 11 through 13. Now no chastening for the present seemeth to be joyous, but grievous. Nevertheless, afterward it yieldeth the peaceful fruit of righteousness unto them which are exercised thereby. Wherefore lift up thy hands which hang down, and feeble knees. Make straight paths for your feet, lest that which is lame be turned out of the way, but let it rather be healed. All right. So take whatever you going through cheerfully, man. You know, pray, fast, do whatever you gotta do to get through any obstacle that you're going through, man. All right. And we're gonna end it off with this: 1 Corinthians 11 and 31 to 32. For if we judge ourselves, we should not be judged. But when we are judged, we are chastened of the Lord, that we should not be condemned with the world. Read that again. But when we are judged, we are chastened of the Lord, that we should not be condemned with the world. You see? So, amen. I'm gonna read verse 31 again. The 31st chapter. That's a chapter, verse. For if we judge ourselves, we should not be judged. All right? But when we are judged, we are chastened of the Lord, that we should not be condemned with the world. All right? So, you know, hey, man, the Lord would jack your ass up, man. You know, just for you to either, you know, learn and just do better. You know what I mean? And he's doing it for a reason. It's for nothing. You know what I mean? The Lord trying to mold you and just, you know, into how you supposed to be molded. You know what I mean? So, well, we're gonna end it with that. On to the next. Shalom.